Welcome to Difficult Terrain Podcast. Hey guys, I have a question for y'all.
Oh, you do?
Right off the bat.
Wow, weird.
Yes,
You never had these.
no, you don't expect these. This is kind of off the cuff and something I don't normally do. But what I want to know is, how did you guys enjoy school? Would you go back?
Oh.
That's my question today. Matt, who seems to be very busy with something else, I'm going to ask you first.
The student who was looking away when the teacher asked a question.
Yes. yes, and yes, man. School was awesome, and I would go back. I mean, I like my life now, so I don't want to lose it by butterfly affecting back. But if I would go back and replay the school years again.
Would you go back as an adult?
Like Billy Madison style?
Oh, yes. Back to third grade, yes. Or college, for MBA or PhD or.
Yeah, I mean, probably not like actually, but like theoretically, like I would love to just have the free time to just like read and the free time, but I would love to continue learning as opposed to continue.
And go learn. Okay. Interesting. I did not know that. How about Eric?
So you're talking college, right?
Well, I guess the question is, what was your favorite schooling? I just asked if you like school. So maybe you really liked elementary and college sucked. I don't know.
Recess
what was your jam?
Yeah, I mean, college was awesome. I think we had a lot of fun times, Matt. So, yeah, I mean, it was. I would definitely replay those years again. They were just usually a ton of fun. So. Yeah, it was freshman year, sophomore year, Halo 3, and then senior year. yeah, exactly. Yes. Yeah, and I think sophomore year was like Guitar Hero Rock Band.
Ooh.
Year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So.
Same for me.
It's so much fun. I wouldn't go back though. I've already went to grad school twice, and I don't need to go again.
That's fair. Yeah, I understand that. We had a bar in Louisville, Kentucky, opened up called Woot, W00T, of course. And it was a gaming bar, and you go and you drink, and they have consoles and whatnot. But they had Wii bowling, and they had Guitar Hero maybe 2 when it first came out. So it was popping, and I brought every date there for a long time. It was great because you would go and you like rap out the guitar and act like crazy and get pumped up, and then they would go play games, and I would go play what I want.
It's a perfect date.
Best date
Separate.
Ever. And when you left, they were always like, "That was the best date I've ever had." I'm like, I know.
I do it every
Didn't
day.
have to deal with you.
That's awesome.
I think it's a guy thing. We all have to go to places when we're single. You know what works.
Yeah.
That a bar arcade like that is, when done right, is just the best place to go. I mean,
It was golden. Yeah.
there was one that we went to for my cousin's bachelor party in Chicago where all the games are free, which I think is key. Because we went to one for my bachelor party in Boston, and all the games were not free. And it was like, why do I have to spend like dollars when I'm already spending like dollars at the bar buying your beer? Like, you should just kind of open these up so we can hang out longer and play and buy more beer. I don't think that was true. I got owned on NFL Blitz, and I don't think I paid to get owned on Really? Blitz. I thought we had to pay to get on. There's some reason why we left early. I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's the excessive drinking. Yeah. Maybe.
Woot was hourly, so you just paid an hourly rate.
Oh, I
Period.
like
that.
I mean,
That
and then
works.
plus drinks. So it wasn't. It was actually pretty cheap for Louisville, but it seemed expensive because we were in Louisville. My rent was $250 a month, so everything seemed expensive.
It's fair.
Yeah.
Wow.
This was 1980?
Yes, 1980, 2005. Yeah.
You should opt to go back to college just for the rent. Or
Just for you.
True story. Josh, how about you, man? Did you enjoy the school experience? Were you did you have like a varsity jacket and
I
class
didn't.
ring?
Go figure. No. Yeah, I, unsurprisingly, not interested in sports, even, participating in them. But I awkwardly also enjoyed academics. Give and take, I guess. But no, I loved my schooling years and would love to go maybe relive them. I'd change a few things because I kind of doubled down on some majors. But overall, I don't regret it. I regret the debt that came with it, but not the experience.
That's fair.
And I would definitely go back also for additional education if someone else, like the company, was paying for it.
Fair enough. Yeah. Lorna, did you love schooling? Were you like a good student?
I mean, I
Teacher's
was
pet?
a good enough student. I was not a teacher's pet. I don't know. I did what I had to do, I guess. It was, I don't know. I have mixed opinions about it. Like, I really enjoyed the whole high school experience. I enjoyed the college experience, and I enjoyed the graduate school experience. But I don't think I'm going to go back. Like, I've done my bit. Like, if anything I want to learn, I can learn online at my own pace, anyways, without the stress of deadlines and the money. So I'm good.
I'm with you. So yeah, I'm kind of like you, where I've done it. I've been there. I'm done with it. And I would never. In fact, I hated a lot of it, but I loved a lot of it. So it was like a love-hate for me. A lot of the experience was great. Friends were great. That was cool. But the academics of college and how they set everything up is not built to learn the way I like to learn, I think. And so that was fair. my struggle. So I don't know. I would never. You couldn't pay me to go back, I don't think.
That's why you got to do physics major, and everything is an open book.
That's really? Cool.
Yeah.
I somehow ruined my Instagram algorithm, and now I get just constantly like recommended ads and follows for like math hacks, and I'm just like, ooh, this looks really cool. And I just like follow. So now it's just like messing up my stack, but
perpetuating the issue. See, it does know what you want. Oh, sorry, my fans are outside.
Speaking of which, sound off in the comments. Fans and followers and listeners about how your high school and other schooling experiences were.
Oh yes.
Make sure to honk really loud.
Speaking of schooling, I was considering doing this a few different ways, but and I'm still really loud. I'm gonna turn myself down just a little bit.
Fuck that horn. You're gonna.
Oh, he's leaning into it. Oh,
yeah. DC, that's the way they go.
Gas. I'm sorry.
That was a long ass one. Nice.
You have visual evidence that I am here right now and not there. So that was not me. All my Jersey glory.
I need to put some WD-40 on this baby. But anyway, So, but I think we're going straight into graduation. So.
Oh.
We're going to freaking graduate. So what you have seen happen is your previous roommates, your SE, your Anchor Root, your Hybrim, all your friends have come back, and they're all ready to go to graduation. You're going to graduation with them. You're all going to graduate together. And as part of that graduation, you are going to make a mask. And we will talk a little bit more about that as we get there. Have you guys already picked out all your masks, what you want, how everything's going? Or we're gonna wing it?
Yeah, I know what.
Yes.
Does Gordy get a mask?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
makes sense to me.
Sweet. Yeah.
All right. That sounds good. Okay.
Man, DC is awesome. Gotta love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're on a road where it's easy to block the one-way road, and so it becomes an issue.
I know it solves that issue. Honking for minutes on end.
That's what I do.
Every time.
Yeah.
That's what $250 worth of rent gets you.
Up over the traffic.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. A monster truck. Ooh. Have you guys been to a monster truck rally? Sorry, totally off topic. Okay.
Yeah, when I was like 7 once. That was awesome.
I was a kid too. I was about the same age.
But I never got to.
It was so. I don't remember much from that age, but I remember that it was so dope. These giant trucks. I wasn't even into it until we got there. Yeah. When you're there and there's trucks running over cars, like it's insane. You're like, how much those used cars are worth now?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, that's true.
Billions of dollars.
As an adult, I'm like, no.
I could flip that.
Oh, but yeah. So the kids come home. The kids come back to the dorm. They're pumped. They're pumping you up. Hyman's like, yeah, you guys coming? Let's go. Let's get to this. Let's make this happen. They're all dressed up in their finest attire. I assume you guys have some nice attire that you're putting on. Do you guys have dress clothes? Perhaps.
Dress clothes got ruined in the battle of our last graduation ceremony.
It's true. We did dress
you
up.
You probably had them cleaned by now, right?
Some holes in them I had to patch up.
Well, if you ask Klaus, maybe I mean, he's pretty good at repairing things. Maybe.
Okay.
Quite a tailor.
Another day.
Let me ask you this: who has friends and family coming in?
Well, we know one aunt is going to be there.
And your other aunt too.
Yeah.
What is your other aunt's name, by the way, on campus?
Joanna?
Joanna. Teacher
Or
Joanna.
Jotana? I gotta check my notes, but Jotana.
Check your family tree.
Check your family tree. I believe it's Jotana. We'll go with that for now.
Jotana will definitely be there. Your wife will be there, I'm sure.
Yeah, and with Zachariah, of course.
Yes, Zachariah.
How long
yes.
have we been at this?
sponsor's
Is
gonna
that
be
like, has this been like a year?
So it is essentially like 2 semesters, so 8 months.
Okay, yeah. So Zachariah is like 7 months old, 8 months old.
He's almost walking there himself.
That's how babies work.
Yep.
Halfling babies. I mean, they're so short anyway. They're almost there.
They're crawling.
Such sturdy legs.
Yeah.
So, they're all legs and neck. What about who's your sponsor? Remind me of your sponsor.
My sponsor is a half orc I met in Blood Cove, who kind of, set me straight in a way. She's an innkeeper there, and her name is Tanochula.
Okay, Tanochula the innkeeper. Not saying that what you do is what you are, but So Tanochula is there. How about Klaus? Do you have some of your German friends?
Well, Klaus actually has no one showing up for him. And if you ask about his sponsor is a mystery. He just knows there was an acceptance letter waiting for him when he arrived.
Somebody bought a building.
At some point we'll
Little
find
mystery.
out who that is.
That'll probably not pan out at all. We'll see how it goes.
We'll see. We shall see. So the ceremony is in the Tireless Hall. It's named for Golden Snake, which is a serpent person, also known as the Tireless Guide. It's well known or well suspected that you get less tired in this hall, kind of like Vegas. They pump oxygen into it, maybe. And it's a principal auditorium, seats more than 100 people. It's on the building's ground floor, and it's filled with benches, and it has a nice lifted stage, if you will, with a large red pullover curtain, traditional. So you guys head that way with your student friends, and you guys are walking all over. Any thoughts in your mind as you head towards your graduation ceremonies?
Is this where we're going to make the masks?
This is where you're going to make the mask, yeah.
Okay. So it's at the actual ceremony. In front of everyone.
In front of everyone.
Zoe is incredibly nervous.
That's fair. Why nervous?
Because he doesn't think he can make a mask in front of everyone. It's a lot. It's pretty hard to do.
It is hard. You do know the teachers do help you with it as you go.
Yeah, I mean, he's got to perform in front of everyone. He doesn't do that. He's got to wait till
He's a
everyone's
shy
out of the
mask
bathroom
maker.
before he pees. Like, making a mask in front of an auditorium, that's even harder.
Oh, and when you're peeing and someone walks in, the worst.
Oh, it just stops. His stream just stops mid-flow.
Clenches up.
Yeah.
Oh no, who's this behind me?
It's good. Working on your Kegel exercises. That's good to go.
Don't worry, Zoe. You have Gordy. Gordy will always help you. We've seen that.
Yeah, I don't know what I'd do without him. He's kind of all I have.
Well, you have a child and a wife.
Those are not allowed on the platform.
But it is hard to explain. There's this connection that I have with Gordy. I mean, he is me. Like if he's not there, then I'm not, and then I'm not anything. It's kind of hard to explain.
I have a question. So when you were born,
Yeah.
did you pop out? You're screaming, squiggling. I guess was
What do babies do?
Was Gordy there? Like he just popped out too, or he just appeared as well, or did you have to become like a conscious human to have him come say hello or to greet him?
I mean, I don't really remember anything about my childhood too well. I was adopted, but I mean, Gordy, I kind of found him a couple years ago, or he found me, I guess. We found each other. It's been for a while there. I didn't have anything, so.
Wow.
Yeah, it's kind of a new thing, and when we met, kind of magic started happening randomly, and so yeah.
Lean into it. Nice.
wasn't a
Maybe I'll
contest
meet one.
like Magambian Eidolon?
What? Oh yeah,
wasn't-
yeah, exactly. Yeah. Won them in a contest.
Saw each other across the room and magic happened.
You kind
Eyes locked.
I have a very important question. Why have we not come here to study if it gives us energy?
No tired.
That's a good question.
Very frustrating. Or like party here. But
Yeah.
now we know. We'll correct it for the future.
They keep all the good information from the underclassmen.
That's fair. That's probably it. I'm stuck in the tunnels.
Always. So you guys make your way in, and people are kind of gathering and sitting down, and you guys take your seats with your student friends. They're kind of reserved up front. So first 2 rows are reserved for students that are going to graduate, and then the third and fourth row are like family and friends, and then general pop after that.
What kind of seat do they have made for Gordy?
It's also it's actually made out of Gordy. It's a wooden seat. Maybe his cousin, perhaps.
He's not wood.
Oh, what is he? What's he made of?
He's plant, which I guess is part wood, but he's like he's organic material. But yeah, he's not like Groot or an Ent or something. He's kind of like this fibrous material. Yeah. All right.
It's more like
wood,
vines than
More like a
wood.
vine.
Yeah, like vines. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
okay.
entirely. He's more of Swamp Thing than.
then,
That's all.
yes, exactly.
For those listening and not watching it, it's kind of getting some Demogorgon vibes if you've been in Stranger Things.
Oh yeah, if you can't see the picture, definitely.
Yes. Yeah. His mouth does open sideways.
Yeah. So imagine Swamp Thing and the Demogorgon from Stranger Things had a child, and you have Gordy.
Yeah.
But like cute, maybe?
Gross.
Yeah. Oh, that's fair. Yeah.
Don't tempt us to go to Rule 34 tonight.
Oh no, never go Rule 34.
Well, you guys sit down, and everybody kind of settles down as Korzakan's favorite teacher, Teacher Ott, comes up on stage. And he puts his hands out and he says, "Hello, calm down, everybody. Very excited. I know we're all very excited. Let's keep it cool. So today, you graduates will make your first true mask. Now, each student's mask is an embodiment of their learning and a reminder that over time, people gain other names and other faces. Although a mask is worn over the face, it's a reflection of the person who is underneath, as well as a visualization of who the person hopes to become. The person beneath the mask has flaws, as all people do, but they also have hopes, dreams, and memories to define them. So the teachers and you, we shall work together to make your first true mask, the expression of your spirit face within. What you do with the mask afterwards is up to you. Some wear it proudly at every opportunity, a sign of who they have become, with their souls writ plain upon their faces. Others choose to keep their mask secret and safe, cherished, and shown only to those who they trust most in life. Many find somewhere to fall in between. Now, the ceremony will be conducted in several parts. First, you will come forward with your cohort, and with the teachers and I, we will work the rituals necessary to mold and create one of these plain masks. We will connect with you mentally and make sure the mask is made exactly how you were thinking the mask should be made. So there'll be no crafting checks, don't worry.
Oh, thank God.
So your hands will be guided by your spirit, and the final shape will be what you will it to be. Then you will hold your mask, meditating upon its meaning as the rest of your cohort completes their masks. Your mask may change shape in your hands as you meditate. It's not unexpected, and it means your mask is attuning itself to you. Then at my signal, all your cohort will don your masks as one. After you have your mask, there is a receptacle on the side for your beads. You will no longer need to wear them, for you are no longer initiate, and you will become an attendant of the Mangambia. And he says, Essie Dejana, that's with a D, come forward with your cohort. And Essie comes up with her group of initiates, which is, of course, Hybrim, Ignacy, Axoro, the spider, which I can't think of her name, pronounce Z, and Anchor Root. And they all go up and they begin making it. And you see the teachers kind of go over them and they work magic with them. And so as they're carving these masks and molding them out of this clay and it's hardening, they're made magically from their will of their mind into the shape they want. And they finish up. It's actually, 2 groups. Cohort 1 is Anchorroot, Shezjire, and Essie. And then cohort 2 is Ignacy, Okoro, Zenaway, Hybrim, Marima, and Naxolo. And they each take about 30 minutes to complete. And they hold up their masks, they drop their beads in the bowl, and then they return to their seats. And they all meditate before putting the masks on. So you kind of get the vibe of how this works. Pretty straightforward, all kinds of different masks happening. Hybrim's is like an angry face, like kind of gorilla looking thing. Essie's is a very soft-faced, long, elongated, almost ghost-looking mask. It's a very unusual looking mask. And some of these you will see often, that for those who wear it often, and some of you will never see again, that maybe they hold it, secret and safe. And they call you guys up. You guys are the 3rd cohort to come up.
Ooh.
And you guys step up and you all get in front of a table and on the stage, and they start helping you craft your masks. So tell me about your masks and what they look like and how it's coming together.
Yeah, I assume Eric wants to start.
I felt like Eric's been thinking about it.
Yeah, I feel like Eric's already decided.
I have been thinking about it. Yeah. So Zoe and Gordy are kind of sitting next to each other, kind of concentrating on these masks separately, but also together. So what theirs will end up looking like is it's like 2 masks, overlapping with each other, right? There's going to be one that has the right side of one face and one that with the left side of another face, and then vice versa for Gordy. So they're basically like 2 masks that were kind of split in half, and then their halves joined up to form a mask, right? I'm not explaining that very well at all, but I think you can get the picture. So yeah, and what you're going to see on one half is going to be a very vine, like a bunch of vines kind of coming up over the cheeks and coming like up over the forehead, and like kind of being like spiky hair almost, but with a very gentle looking face, like a very kind and caring, like tender smile, and like some of the lines around the eyes are like, when an older person like smiles and they've generally like a happier person, like they're those kind of crow's feet around the eyes, but like gentle and happy and kind. So you kind of see the vines like come up in the spiky hair, but like with a happy face. And then on the other side is there's very little hair. There's this kind of weird mustache looking thing, like almost like a handlebar mustache, but it's sort of like an angry face on the other side, and there's like this scar over one of the eyes that kind of goes up and down vertically over the scar. So it's kind of this split personality. You've seen this mask 1,000 times in like the theater and stuff like that, but it's a little bit more adorned with a weird beard on the angry side, and kind of some viney, spiky hair on the more mellow, happy side of things. So this is kind of what I imagine their masks to sort of look like, and they're kind of mirrored images of each other.
That's pretty wild. And so it is going to end up being one mask for both of you.
I imagine they're 2 separate masks that kind of like are just mirrored image. So
okay, very cool. I dig that.
That's if Gordy gets his own separate mask, which
who else gets their own mask? It's Korzakan.
Oh,
okay. Very hesitant. So, all right. So we're going to have the outline, the outside. I want it to look like walls, like fortress walls. That's representing my home, my upbringing. And then I want the eyes to be kind of bigger and sad in a way. Kind of a little bit non-human, look like a half moon or something. And I want them to have like blue background and then bright red, or blood red irises in the center. And then I want the face to be green, and surprise, but I want it to have like a forest look to kind of symbolize where we are now. I want to be in like the jungle, like have it look like a jungle, and kind of like have the trees be on it, and that can like outline my nose and outline the nose of the mask, of course, and like any features of that. And then I want a sword somewhere. Obviously a rapier.
Maybe like the sword coming down over an eye, like a really cool badass scar.
No.
Okay, maybe not.
Thanks for your thoughts.
I'll shut the fuck.
No, thank you.
Love it.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
Where do I want the sword? Kind of in the forehead area, perhaps. And then like where the lips are, maybe something that kind of has like a symbol of like some sort of magic, but also ethics and what's right and what's wrong.
So instead of lips, like symbols of, or mixed symbol of justice
let's
and
just
magic.
throw all of it on the lips. Fuck it.
Tell me about the fortress side. So is it very blocky?
Yeah, and I want it to be raised up a bit. So it's kind of like the raised up fortress here. Yeah, and then the trees are going to be kind of on the like a bit recessed, like what a face would actually look like in a way.
Interesting.
It's going to be
Okay.
a very angular face, though. Like, yeah.
That is wild. I like that. That's very.
Oh.
Got it. So,
But
since
wait,
orcs
there's
have
more.
fangs, we're going to have two swords that make the fangs.
Yes.
Yes.
Love it.
Strong move. There they are.
And then, like, and then, like, the other symbols can be, like, creating the rest of the mouth, kind of.
Okay. I dig that. That's cool. Mr. Klaus.
Klaus's mask, he's actually going for an animal motif, specifically an avian theme, going for a very hawkish or eaglish bird of prey sort of look. Pronounced beak coming down. And I assume because these are magical masks and we can have them however we want, the material will go from like a sort of wooden or even like maybe a combo wood leather into like feathers coming out and back. Despite the fact that, birds of prey, like no matter what you do, they have one job and that's to kill. There's a certain softness about the eyes and the way that they're placed on the mask that also kind of brings a sort of hopefulness to the visage of the mask. And it is a dark blue mask and then like an orangish beak that comes down.
Is it stoic and static, or is it more of like feels like it's in motion?
I mean, if I have the opportunity, I would definitely take in motion.
Very cool.
I think that is definitely in keeping with Klaus's nature.
Okay. Dope. I like that. And our final contestant.
So, as you all know, Otua, moved and motivated by his deep-seated family trauma, brings a lot of that into his mask making. So, respected family of the Sun Orchid Elixir trade, he chooses to make his mask the actual blazing sun, and then his little gorget and beavor, as it's called, the little medieval kind of neck shield, the orchid flower itself, except he is one of 6 children. The flower traditionally has 5 petals. He adds a 6th petal for his sister, rest in peace. So the flowers on the gorget are all just flourishing in pink, 5 of them, and then one is blackened, but he kind of has a lot of guilt and angst, and it's very polished. It's a polished black. The sun is kind of around his whole face. It's not just a simple circle. It has 100 really, really pointy, spiky rays of lights kind of emanating all around its circumference. So it's perhaps a bitch to put on, or you have to kind of use the flat side to kind of put it on. You don't want to touch the edges because it has some business into it. But it kind of reminds him of his lineage and kind of where he's been, and then also his motivation for how he needs to kind of get off his ass and kind of right some wrongs that have befallen his family.
That's cool. That is cool.
Dope.
And I'm going to need you all to draw them out for next week.
Done. I actually already got some designs drawn down. Just kidding. That's not true.
I'll say it wouldn't surprise me though.
That's true. I do have his sword right over here.
Oh really?
I do.
No, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I'm not showing it.
Anyway, so you finish your masks. They're all with the help of the teachers. They help you mold them into the proper shapes, and you discard your beads into the bead bowl, and you guys walk up to the front with your masks, and you prepare to don the masks. Oh, look, Laura's already shaking her head no. She's been through too many issues already. Nothing can be right.
I mean, I've had my sword out this entire time, just in case.
I've been making the mask with the sword.
Zero trust here.
I didn't even unpack the dice. Shit.
You don't
Trusting
need to know about it.
Otua and Korzakan.
Oh.
Also,
Right.
I don't even know how to meditate. Like, it's presumed that we know how to do that already.
That's a good point.
So, Lorna and Matt, as you're putting the masks up to your face, you two happen to both hear a very similar sound. It sounds like
I'm gonna go like see my wife again.
you hear like something digging. What, do you do anything? Or you just keep moving forward.
I do a perception check,
That's what we just did. I just rolled one for you.
and that's what
you
I
hear.
perceived. Oh, oh, okay. I do another one. So we just hear digging. I take the mask off to see if it's in the mask or not.
Okay. No, that's a good idea. I would think the same thing. It's magical. What's going on? Pull it off. You look around, and you still hear it. It seems to be coming from the right side of the hall, stage right.
So
Yeah.
you heard it.
Yeah, I call back. Do you guys hear this? What's going on?
Oh, it's Otua. Sorry. Yeah, I hear it.
Nah. What's happening?
There's some
Zotua.
drumming sounds or something.
What are you
Pick your
talking
ass
about? I didn't get to a perception roll.
This is another attack. We're gonna get attacked again. This is initiation.
No, I mean the
So
whole school's here.
paranoid.
Haziness
There's
is
no way.
allowed here.
The whole, we have teacher out here to protect us. We're okay. We just gotta.
And and teacher notices you, and he's like, "You hear something?
Nah, not
I don't
me.
hear anything."
Yeah,
So, as he says that, up from the ground, a hole burst open, like what is that movie with the worms? Tremors. Yes, like Tremors.
Of
course I know.
nightmares tonight with all these movies.
Burst open, and all these insects, cockroaches and beetles and giant centipedes, and start piling out of this hole, and just plowing into the area, and everybody's like, and everything gets a little bit frantic. People stand up, people start trying to figure out what's going on, and the insects start attacking people, just biting them and mandibling them, if that's the word, and grabbing them, and it begins a auditorium-wide fight. And you just see everyone starts to just get together and just start battling. Teacher Ott's like trying to pull things out, and he immediately tries to. You can see he's kind of coordinating and controlling the battlefield, trying to get innocents out. Hybrim, as see all those pull weapons out and start fighting in your little area on the auditorium. 4 particular insects come up and kind of isolate you for your own little side of the battle to attack. So there's way more animals here than you could possibly, or insects here that you could possibly fight by yourself. But these 4 seem to be isolated in your area, and I think we should go to a map. That's what I'm thinking.
You think so? All right.
That's
Klaus, I'm very glad we didn't fix my clothes just yet.
Well, I agree. But I am pretty good with the needle, so I got you.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Please do.
I'm good with a different type of needle.
Oh. Okay.
Type.
The sword type. Oh, yes. Of course.
Okay. First of all, why are there chickens in the audience?
Flavor.
Okay.
Flavor
chickens.
Anchor Roots friends.
Anchor Roots friends. I like that.
These are the chicks that we brought back and saved. Magic ones.
And the pillows.
Yep.
So we are in initiative, and these insects have jumped up on stage and kind of surrounded you a little bit, warded you off. There's a whole nother battle going on the lower end of the stage there with Essie and Hybrim and everything going on there, but they are battling. You guys kind of have your own little battle up here going on stage. So what I need is initiative numbers. What'd y'all roll?
14.
14. Great.
No, but serviceable.
Not last.
What do I add? My 6 for
Perception.
perception?
You add
Okay,
perception.
so 19.
19, not bad at all. Josh?
So it's 11.
11 it is. And Mr. Matt?
To a total of 14. We were caught off guard, so.
It's true. We were in
That's
the middle
fair.
of making our masks.
I will assume you donned armor, wore weapons like normal. You've had issues at graduations before. So, fair enough. we will roll with that. But in front of you is a enormous giant, specifically, but a Goliath beetle, larger than a horse, in front of you, and it looks like clumsy. It's like those big dung beetles that are kind of like clumsy, don't walk right, and seems to just want to attack whoever is closest to it. So it is going to take a swing at Korzakan.
Oh, before we even go.
Before you even go, yeah, he has a 27 for initiative.
That's pretty
impressive.
That's pretty
it's
good.
fairly impressive, some might say. He is going to run around a little bit because that's how he rolls. He's like, jump, 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 jump. And he's so pumped from coming out this hole in the ground. And he jumps up there and just starts running across you guys. Bop, bop, bop. Give me 1 second. I think there's an opportunity to stop the trample.
No.
It's like Magic the Gathering. You don't get to stop it. It just comes out.
Oh, I like it.
Everybody roll a reflex save for me, please.
16.
Oh, natty 20!
So Zoe and Gordy got a 14 and a 12, respectively.
Both failed.
Yeah.
Otua is there with a 10.
Oh, wow. You all failed except for...
Klaus got the nat 20.
Okay, so it is basic save. So critical save, there's no damage. You dodge right out of the way. Everyone else takes normal damage, which is going to be 6 damage.
6?
So,
I feel like it just wasted a 20.
Yeah, so the fun thing about this is I still only get damaged once because it's a multiple targeted effect.
I don't know if we were ready to graduate. This dude just like walked over us and I took 6 damage.
chung, 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 chung. Yeah, like stepped on your foot, man. It was tough.
That's I don't have
Should
much.
we really be graduating from a place where they can't even protect their students from bugs?
Am I right? Yeah. And they can't even keep a library intact. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. What's up?
So next is there's these beetles up top left here. And they're not huge. They're 3 foot long. And they have these glowing organs on the back of their abdomens that gives off like a bright light. It's very bright around them. They are going to run up and attack, it looks like. Pop up on Klaus.
Anything about video games, we have to attack the glowing things.
You gotta attack
Right.
the glowing. That's right.
That's the weakness.
That's their weak spot.
Yeah.
First attack is
Poison.
18.
My AC is 19. Yeah.
Second roll is a natural 16 for a +4. It's going to be a 20, which
Does
hits clearly.
Yep.
That's
As we
good. They
just
don't-
discussed.
They don't do much damage.
Convenient that it hits now that you know my AC, but yeah.
Max damage, 5 damage.
Not 5 damage.
It adds up.
No.
It
I
adds
know.
up.
does
I
add up.
joke
Adds up
now,
quickly. Now, I will tell you, of all people here, you know who is the most freaking ready for attacks on a graduation day? Korzakan. You were
My
first.
sword is already out.
It is not out.
It was out. I said that before the drumming. I was like sitting with my sword out.
You cannot craft a mask and hold a sword. So it is
But
it
wait,
is sheathed.
Korzakan integrated swords into the mask.
True.
Like baby swords.
Okay, you know, if you're gonna work against yourself, I can't help you.
That's fair. I appreciate it.
It was a good idea. But yeah, you do need to take action to pull your sword out.
Okay. Guess I will do that, though I kind of just want to hit this thing with something first, but I'm going to do the thing that I always do. I know I could probably go after the other bugs, but it's more fun to get the big one.
That is a Korzakan move.
That is a Korzakan move, but yeah, I'm going to go here.
You do have the spell Electric Arc, right? You could target 2 people.
I was thinking that, but I know I'm not a spellcaster, so since Klaus has suggested it, that's what I'm going to do. So, thank you, Klaus.
Perhaps you could also. Did you take the? Oh, that's the devil.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Okay, I'm an electric arc.
Here you go.
The 2 little fuckers to the right before they hit me.
Fuck these fuckers. Okay.
Yes.
Oh wait, the ones behind you, the
little
giant
shrimps?
So no, they are giant centipedes.
Oh.
The ones similar to the ones you fought. Well, no, they were not. They're bigger than the ones you fought in the centipede swarm, but they're like their parents.
Okay.
All right, reflex save it is. All right, so so I already forgot where they rolled, but one
16.
failed, one made it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so now
So
it's
roll damage, and I will damage them.
damage them. Wow, I'm so good at spells. This is not a D4.
I'm so good at spells.
Oh, 2, so 4 total.
4 total. Okay.
Okay,
Maybe
and then I take
pull
my
out.
sword out.
I already knew. I'm with you. That's a good turn. That's a great turn.
You know
in
what?
fact.
If I could throw blades, that'd be pretty cool.
You would have had to have drawn
That would
those.
be pretty sweet. It's true.
Yeah.
Nope. Bang, bang.
I rest my.
Anyway, this one does not like you. Rolls up, and this giant centipede rolls right up and says, "You know what? I heard you're weak to poison," and takes a mandible bite at you.
Asshole.
It's good. It's 23.
Yeah. that hit.
I like to think that these bugs did some listening to our earlier episodes to gather information on us before they decided to fight us.
Now, it doesn't say there's a minimum damage. It's 1d4 minus 1. I rolled a 1, so I'm guessing that is 0 damage.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. It will take a second bite, though. And that will not hit. It's a single digit. So it comes up and it gets its like mandibles on your like armor and tries to bite it, but nothing happens. And that is its turn.
Ha 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 ha.
Ho, ho, ho. Otua,
Otto senses
I thought you had a chain on, but it's your headphones. Anyway, go ahead.
no. So his elaborate sun orchid mask with all the spikes around it. He just telekinetic projectile shoves it. Spiky spin side towards this caterpillar that's attacking Korzakan right now.
Nice. If you hit, I'm going to give you a +2 on damage. That's pretty badass.
Nice. 18.
8 definitely hits, yes.
Nice. That's 8 damage to that caterpillar.
Describe your kill.
Oh.
The mask flips end over end, spiky sides, and it just ka-chunk into the kind of poisonous chest hole of the caterpillar, and he kind of falls backwards and then leaves almost like a saw blade sticking out of his chest that might be weaponized in the future.
He said, "Not my poisonous chest hole."
His weak
His weak spot. Oh, and I want to take a quick spot here to let you know I have made a whole decision situation. After editing the last couple episodes and with these luck points, I've come to find it's fairly annoying for a couple reasons. Number one, you're kind of like trying to get crits and negate, like if you get a 1, it kind of, you're like, oh, I get +1 luck, and you get another, So what I'm going to go for is we're going to do a hero point every episode.
Okay.
So
One person or for each person?
everybody.
Okay.
So you guys all have a hero point. You can all reroll 1 die, and that's how we're going to roll. I think it's the easiest and best way to move forward and more fun too. Instead of trying to remember numbers and how many points you have and all that, and then being disappointed, like, oh, I had 3 points, but I didn't get the crit I was looking for. So, or metagaming, for instance, because Josh was like, I'm going to add 2 points, and Erica's like, no, it's a 28.
Oh, 3 points.
Is what I meant.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think it'd be more fun.
I don't remember that.
A little more random. It's okay.
do,
It's
but-
all good.
Well done. Well done.
So FYI, so you cast the spell, you killed this poor giant centipede. What would you like to do next?
Gonna actually walk
Walk.
closer to here.
Here
To the
being
curtain.
the rear
Yeah,
of the stage.
further
Yeah.
away from the insects, closer to the caterpillars.
So you step back to the pulled curtain, the red curtain on the stage,
Yeah.
and look at the caterpillars and tell them, would you say something?
I say, come at me, bro.
That's what every spellcaster says.
How do they respond?
Attack me.
No HP.
Well, I'm moving towards the one side of the map, bad guys, as opposed to the 3. So
Yep.
That's fair.
I'll wear the hero shield. Yeah. Let me. Got you guys.
Got this. Zoe, it is your turn.
All right. So you might call this a flavor, but if you want me to use an action for this, I'm fine. Zoe and Gordy are primarily concerned with wife and child in this moment, not necessarily his friends who he knows they can handle their own. Does he see his wife and child in the crowd?
Yeah, you can see them being huddled together, It looks like Teacher Odd is trying to get the innocents out.
Does it look like they can do anything at all to help?
Yeah, you could definitely jump into battle with them.
Yeah. So
Metagame that we would make that more flavor battle because it's part of the flavor battle. But yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, so here's what I think is going to happen. Zoe and Gordy are going to look at each other, and Gordy is going to run off into that flavor battle. Because, I mean, it's going to suck for us, but honestly, that's like, Zoe trusts Gordy.
That's
obviously.
what happens, yeah.
Gordy's got to go and help out. So I'm going to say that, I don't know, how far away is that? Is that one action? Let's call it 2 actions that they lose to do that. So all that Zoe can really do is cast 1 spell. So Zoe, I'm going to say Zoe is going to be kind of limited here on his actions, just because of how they kind of share action pools, even though they're in 2 different battles. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, it kind of sucks, but I feel like this is kind of the way that it would play out as Gordy would go. So Zoe is going to just kind of see Korzakan kind of shoot electricity, and Zoe's gonna kind of do the same thing to the 2 beetles over on the left side. So I would like some reflex saves by the 2 beetles on the left side, please.
You won it. You got it.
Nice.
26.
Oof. Okay.
And a 10.
Okay. So succeed and a fail again.
Is it not 2 turns for you also? Or
It is 2
different?
actions for me, but I have.
You're gonna. Run.
So I have
4 actions.
Yeah,
kind of.
we kind of have 4 actions together. Kind of.
right.
It's not
Right,
quite
right.
that way, but yeah.
Cool. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, carry on.
All right, damage here. That's a 4. Okay, so 8 points of damage total of electric arc. So 4 to the one that saved and 8 to the one that didn't.
All right. The bottom one is fried to death.
Zoe turns to Korzakan and is like, you gotta crank up the heat a little bit.
Yeah, I see it. You gotta start barbecuing these fuckers.
And that's their turn.
Beavis?
So that's on the west side of the stage where the other insects are. The last giant centipede's on the east side of the stage, and he comes down to Otua and mandibles out and tries to bite you. Your Otua ass.
Oh.
So yeah, the mandibles come down. I think it's a hit. 14, I assume, is a miss.
It is a miss. This little sorcerer still got some heft to him.
Second attack. 16.
You took this minus modifier already for the
map.
for the second attack.
It's only a +1 on the second attack.
Okay. So my AC is 16.
Oh, well, meets it, beats it. And so he just gets through a little piece of robe there, enough to do
My good tunic.
Any damage. 2 damage.
Okay, we can take
And I'm going to need a fortitude save as its poison starts coursing through your blood.
Oh, damn it. Okay, that's gonna be 17 plus 6. So
Plenty.
bye.
I think it might be a crit. So you are too strong for this centipede's poison.
Ooh. It's because it imbibed itself into my my mask from the last kill, so it became one of
That
them.
could be. It could be. That very well could be. All right. As the dead beetle's turn, and by the way, all these insects have written actions and what they do. So this is not a DM move, but he is going to move into flanking position and target you and attack. Actually, before he does that, he turns his butt up as he comes over.
Excuse me.
And out of his butt comes a giant flash.
Uh-oh.
As comes most butts.
This way
And I need all the heroes to roll a fortitude save, please.
Even me all the way
Everyone.
Even me all the way over here.
Even Gordy.
Even
I got an 8.
Oh.
Actually, even Gordy, I rolled a natural 1.
Would you like a hero point?
Nah.
Okay.
I also rolled a natural 1, and I hero pointed to a natural 4 for a total of 11.
Okay.
Wasted hero point. I should have just taken the crit fail because that's what I got. Probably.
Lord, I'm bad.
I rolled the 3. I'm not gonna hero point it, so that rounds up to 9.
All right.
I got an 8.
You guys are doing amazing. That's okay. Everyone is dazzled. And what that means is that the bright, it's like a flashbang. Pah! Just bright. And you're like, whoa, whoa. Which means When you attack, all creatures are going to be concealed from you, unless you have another precise sense like scent or hearing that is what's called a precise sense. But I think for all of you, they're concealed, which I believe is a natural a DC 5 flat check when you attack.
Yes.
And then he attacks Klaus with his last remaining action. Mandibles coming at you. Jump, jump. Yeah, it's going to be a 22.
22
And you're footed. The mandibles bite into you for another max damage, 5 damage again.
Well, this is not looking good for Klaus.
Now it is your turn, Klaus, and you are currently flanked. You're feeling a little flat-footed.
Flashing lights. Klaus is like, what the hell is going on? And draws his sword for his first action. And will strike out at the little guy next to me with a spell strike.
That might be overkill.
I know, but
They take
I kind of want to roll 1.
4 points. They die.
I know, but it's like, I want a guaranteed death.
Do
So
what
I'm
you
going
do.
to spell strike.
Okay, spell strike away.
So this is, so Klaus, after drawing his sword, imbues his sword with the howling of the wind and strikes out. Yeah, so 15 to hit, which should hit.
15. Would you roll a conceal check for me?
That's what I was. All right, come on. Anything over a 5. A 6. I'll take it.
Great.
Nice.
All right.
15 is a miss.
Seriously? Are you fucking?
Yeah, no, I'm serious.
That's some bullshit. How dare you make me roll concealment? Just so everyone's that's listening knows, he made himself cry from laughter with that one. Like the clear as eye.
I did. Sorry, being mean makes me happy.
Well, that is Klaus's turn.
All right.
Maybe if
fair
you didn't
enough.
spell strike, he would have another action.
Oh, maybe. But at a -5, and I'm already rolling shit. So,
Well, the giant Goliath beetle in front of you thinks otherwise. He thinks it's his turn. And he is not going to spell strike. He's going to take his mandibles and attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm so sorry. It's going to be a 29.
29 is a crit hit.
All right, the big boy crit hits you.
Especially against
Yep.
flanked AC.
Yep.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Could you hear
So-
could you hero point their rolls?
No. I've already used my hero.
Okay. It's not good. I don't know if
Yeah,
you're going to make it.
Probably not.
20. I think it's I think I hit this for you exactly at the end of the last tournament, and you said it was your full HP. 24 hit points.
Yep, I was wrong then. 26 is my full, but I'm down 10 damage, so 16 is my current HP. And Klaus is down.
Mandibles
All
bite
right.
into you. Chomp. You start bleeding out the side like someone pierced you, and you fall to the ground.
Dying
Right
to-
side, Klaus is no longer dazzled.
And dying too, yeah.
Yeah, how long
He's
were you
not-
dazzle for, by the way?
1 minute.
Okay.
So the whole combat.
Damn it.
He moves up and attacks Zoe.
All right.
15.
That is a miss.
And it is Korzakan's turn. Korzakan, this big boy is
Yeah, problematic. So I'm thinking, oh, he moved over there. So I don't have to go as far anymore, which is wonderful. I'm gonna go here
okay. Tumble
and
through.
then tumble through.
Strong moves. Roll your tumble through.
Yeah, I mean, you could just walk around him.
But I want panache. I need
Yeah,
panache.
I know.
And I also did really well. I got a 16. Well, I'm here. I have panache. I'm probably gonna do some stabby with the confident finisher.
So you moved around, and you've now flanking the big baddie with Zoe.
He's not. Zoe doesn't have reach. Zoe can't
I was
reach.
going to ask you. Oh, no, you're not flanking the big baddie with Zoe, but you are on the other side.
I'm assuming if I was on the other side between Zoe and the big baddie, Klaus being down would not provide flanking bonus, correct?
Unconscious does not provide.
I'd assume.
Yeah.
That's fine. We can see what we got here. So I'm gonna roll rapier attack on
Are you going to use your panache for what's it called? The extra damage?
Confident finisher.
Yes, I am.
Okay. All right. It's announced.
So I think that's 19.
19. Okay. Is that would you
Yeah.
like to hero point that, or are you
You know
confident
what?
with that
Sure,
roll?
why not? Let's hero point this thing. Oh, I was just fidgeting with it, and then I
Oh,
rolled
okay.
a 1.
Oh, it's okay. 19 was not a hit anyway, so
Okay.
sadly it was a miss.
You
Not by much.
still do damage on a
If I fail,
fail.
2d6. Yes. And 5.
5
Almost
points of
max.
damage.
11?
That's great. Yeah, 11, but half 5. So that's really good though. I mean,
Okay.
Yep.
you missed,
For
but still
failure.
did a good amount of damage. So that's the
Yeah.
good thing about
Korzakan.
the finisher.
Korzakan not studying, but an ace in the finals.
Powerful.
Yeah.
Otua,
flirt with the teachers.
centipede is right up by you. He is looking pretty bad. Like half his legs are missing and stuff, and he's just looking gnarly. But he is still attacking you.
He was getting ready just to, completely just machismo, go out of his range and just like unarmed attack punch this caterpillar right next to him. But he's kind of, graduating, looking to send off, feeling like he's going to upgrade and send out his Horizon Blue Cross Blue Shield Thunder Sphere. So he turns around towards the giant beetle and does a 3-turn cast, firing Material, Somback, and Verbal spell range at him, which gives me the ability to still deal half damage on a failure, which I will take advantage of during this dazzled state.
Is this the one that damaged everybody?
Only if he fully
only
charge
if I
it.
charge it for the second round. It's actually a lot
with you.
better to not just do that for action economy and just for health
For
for my
not
friends.
dealing, not killing your friends. Yeah.
It's the downside is I have to roll against the target's AC, which I imagine in this big bad ace is pretty high. So if I overcome the AC, I deal 3d6 damage, which is awesome. But if I don't,
Nice.
I do half of that because I 3-turn casted it.
Okay. Yeah, you just saw Korzakan miss him,
Yeah,
pretty-
at a 19, yeah. So
and he looked confident.
let's see how this goes.
Whoop, whoop.
That's not a lie to Dolph. That's an actual natty 20.
Oh,
No, 20.
that is huge, dude.
Wow.
What you got?
All right,
Show me that damage.
Roll 3d6, and then we're gonna double that number. Oh boy.
Oh, 3 1s,
The dice are well fine. Okay. 8 doubled 16.
16.
Okay.
Good amount of damage.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Also, it is dazzled for 1 round. So
Oh,
That's
nice.
pretty huge.
Right back at you.
Speaking of,
The
this is the
dazzled
top.
become the dazzler.
yeah, speaking of,
I need you to roll a concealment check. So a d20, and you want 5 or higher.
Hero point.
I will give you the hero point. Yeah, give me your hero point. Shake it real good, or it'll get in there low number.
Yes. 8.
Okay, you got it. Yeah, nice. Okay, so you hit it 16 points of damage. Very nice. And that's 3 actions, right?
Yeah. No, describe my kill.
No, describe your kill. He is badly injured though. And Zoe, you're up.
Zoe's kind of fighting at half power here. So he's gonna spend 2 of his actions sustain like Gordy is kind of fighting his way to Zachariah. And Zoe will, because he can't be at his best, he's going to channel his energy into Klaus and is going to heal Klaus with a 2-action heal spell. So Klaus, you're going to get, I know you're prone and everything, so you still got some work to do, but
I have a workaround for that.
okay. You're going to get 12 HP back.
All right.
And you've been keeping an eye on the crowd, and as you heal him, you do see like Teacher Iwari swinging the staff and cracking like an insect's carapace, just like crushing it and falling to the ground.
Is Gordy making his way to
Yeah,
what-
Gordy's making his way to, because you know what's going on. Essentially, you guys are one. Making his way to your wife and children, and they're gathered with a bunch of other people. So he is kind of walling away for them to get out of the place.
Okay.
All right. Well, the centipede that is in love with Otua here takes little mandibles and
Oh,
tries
shoot.
to.
I'm sorry. I need to
yeah.
roll a concealment check for heal. Okay, got it. 12.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Okay, so the mandibles come down at you for a 22.
That hits.
It's gonna be 1 damage and another fortitude save, please. And the Rough Riders are out here rolling DC.
That is a natural 1 plus my 6.
Oh.
Oh, and you're out of hero points.
Yeah.
So that's a crit fail. It means you go to stage 2 immediately. And what that means is nothing too terrible. But the poison this time courses through your blood. You can feel it coming through you super quickly. And you take 6 damage, poison damage, and you are flat-footed for the round. It takes another attack at you for an 8. Should I be miss? And the final attack, I think it's going to need natural 20, which it does not get. 6 does not hit. And that is the centipede's turn. Beetle's turn coming up. Per flavor here, it does get to flanking and attacks Zoe with the mandible. Mandible's coming up. And with a glowing butt here, you can miss. It's going to be, it's 15, but you're flat-footed.
Yeah, it is a hit.
Okay. It's going to be 5 damage, max damage.
Okay.
And it gets one more attack at you. Oh, natural 19 for a 23.
That will hit.
It's just bite. Jump. And max damage again for another 5 damage.
All right. Not looking great for old Zoe.
Klaus, you're up.
Klaus's eyes shoot wide open. He's like, "Thank you, so," and does his version of Kip Up, which is the dimensional assault. It's 1 action,
Cool.
somatic, so not that I've noticed any attacks of opportunity. So Klaus will basically dissipate into mist from the ground and just basically wisp through where the beetle's space is and come down to... Do I have to be directly across? I don't, right?
You have to be next to
Okay.
Zoe. Oh, yes. Is that flanking?
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay,
Yep.
cool.
Okay. So Klaus is now standing. Let me get rid of the prone. And as part of the dimensional assault, I get to make a melee strike with my sword.
And is that 1 or 2 actions overall?
That's 1 action.
Oh, nice. Okay.
It's a focus point ability, so
Attack away.
it's got to be worthwhile. So, does a 13 hit?
No.
Okay. Well, I still have 2 actions.
Roll concealment. I'm just kidding.
Glad you didn't make me do that this time. Because it's a conflux spell, it actually reinvigorates my spell strike. So I'm going to just do a spell strike for funsies.
Cool.
And
you have map now, don't forget. Yeah.
I do, yeah. So this will be at a +3.
Possible.
But a natty 18,
That'll do it.
21 will hit.
That hits.
Flat-footed AC.
Nice.
Nice.
Yep.
Yeah.
Concealment, please.
If I roll a 5 or less, I'm going to be so angry. Rage
5's
quit.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, 17. I'll waste a 17
Okay.
on that. Why not?
We'll take that.
Yeah.
What's your damage look like?
So 8 damage.
Not bad. Not
yeah.
great. Still catching your breath.
But that is my turn.
All right. Speaking of turns, it's his turn. I think he's going to go up and we'll take an attack on each of you. Attack on Korzakan. Mandible's coming down for 28.
Oh,
Is that crit? What's your AC?
Oh, I have 18, so it's
It is a crit.
Exactly a crit. Oh. 24 damage again.
I'm down. I have 0.
Damn. Oh, you have exactly 24 hit points. I'm just...
Wait. No. 19 is your AC. Your leather armor is unequipped in your character sheet.
Oh.
Oh,
yeah, that'd do it.
Yeah.
Okay, plus.
So it's not a
it's
crit.
So then it's not a crit.
So just
Yeah.
12 damage.
I just erased Korzakan. Just kidding.
You just deleted Korzakan.
I did.
I know if you don't get what you want, Dolph, you just want to delete everything.
We already established it was a crit.
It's too late. Hands off.
Person's
chest.
dead.
Yeah. No,
Alright, so 12
this-
damage only.
Yes.
okay.
You're still good
So
to
you
go.
took care of
Klaus.
that. Thank you.
Second attack comes your way
Yeah.
for a full miss at 9.
Yes, it feels good to be missed.
It feels. Yes, it does. Sweet.
So
Sarah.
rare.
Otua, you are up. This thing is kind of messing you up on the side here, and you're poisoned. Actually, it's the beginning of the turn or end of the turn that they roll. You roll for poison, or is it
It's a round,
One full
so
round.
it,
the creature's turn again? Okay,
Okay.
cool. Otua,
all-
you don't feel so good.
Oh yeah, all this punching and badgering I've been taking. I'm still dazzled too, or do I
You
firmly
are still dazzled.
I firmly don't see the guy right in front of my face just pummeling the shit out of me.
Not firmly, but you see him. But you
Okay.
know, you see like 3 of them.
A little hazy.
So if I were to cast magic missile, you send a dart force towards a creature that you can see.
Technically, it's not an automatic hit, even with concealed.
Really?
Yeah. Let me double check unless it specifically calls out. But because you target a spell, well, yeah. So you still have to target it. So you do have to make a concealment roll. However, you don't have to roll
targets
it.
one creature.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Does that mean
that
each
means
bolt?
I roll for each bolt, and then if as long as I get over 5 on the DC, it hits or it
Yep.
has. Okay, I'll risk that then.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll do 3 magic missiles and send 1 at all of the remaining guys on the board.
Okay, great.
All right.
Let's start with the centipede by you. Go ahead and roll your concealment first.
Concealment check. That smacks him with a 15 concealment.
Nice.
So that doesn't
Damage?
count. He gets a 4 total.
Oh, describe your kill.
Nice.
You thought you could knock out this puny little sorcerer, but Caterpillar, you are going to meet your friend. Boom!
Nice.
Magic missile.
A 1
Pow, pow, pow. Nice, down. Okay, next one is the flash beetle.
Flash beetle.
Between you and Zoe.
Concealment.
Go ahead and roll concealment.
check.
Are you going to kill them all in this round? It could
That's a 16, so that hits you.
be. Damage.
2 + 1 is 3.
3. Describe your kill.
Nice.
Oh.
Get
Oh, man.
insect juice on my good tunic. All this splatter. Jesus. Whew. Gordy,
Nice.
who's the MVP of this party today?
Gordy's saving the women and
The
children.
women and children.
Otua getting all the glory. Cool.
And furthest away from you by Korzakan is the giant horse-sized beetle. And what?
Also
Let's see
badly
what-
injured. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
19 on the concealment check.
Yep.
And then 5.
5 does not kill him, but max damage. But he does not die, sadly. But he doesn't look good either. Nice freaking hit though. All 3 actions. Pow, pow, pow. Hit. No problem. So you are up, and there's only really one thing standing here is this giant horse beetle.
All right, Zoe will. Should he heal or should he try to do damage? You know what? He's going to heal. So he's going to spend his second action to try to heal Korzakan. So do a flat check for targeting. I got a 5. Wow. Okay.
Nice.
That's huge. So Korzakan, you get healed for math is hard. 13 points of HP back. So a little bit higher than where you were last round. And that is the last first level spell that Zoe can cast today. But he feels it's more important to keep his teammates alive than
That's
anything
fair.
he can do.
And I know you've been keeping an eye again on the crowd. You kind of look over again to see what's happening down there. It looks like a lot of people are getting out, and your wife and kid are on the way. And while you're seeing that, you notice that Hybrim jumps from the rafters, and he high kicks a flying giant bee mid-flight, and then he grapples it and holds it all the way to the ground.
That's pretty badass.
Some badass stuff going on in this mid-auditorium battle.
I'm gonna tumble through.
Tumble through, roll your...
25.
All right, you roll right through. No problem. Where do you want to end up?
Just a fart topside right over here sounds.
Just a
Great.
fart, you said?
Yeah.
Just a
Yes,
fart.
just some farts. Just letting it loose while
rolling through.
Yep. I'll go. Oh, I think 2
Oh,
people are
no.
moving me.
Oh.
Yikes.
And jumping off the stage.
Overall.
Korzakan's like, peace, guys.
Okay. I will move myself.
Okay, sorry. I
No,
was
something's
trying to help.
happening. No, it's good. Okay, cool. Okay, so now I am going to go with some stabs here. 1 and
Are you
confident
in the-
Yes.
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
This is better.
You could kill
And-
this thing right here. It's possible.
I was hoping to.
I also
Okay.
think Dolph likes to give us
That
false
is
hope.
also a 25.
Ooh.
25 hits.
Okay.
Nice.
So 3, 9, 10, 11.
Oh.
Yes.
As you swing at this thing and stab into its abdomen, would you like to describe your kill?
I come in through my tumble through and I just do kind of like this peer away, turn around and like come at it and just come right from underneath it and stab it and up the chin because it's turned around with me going, it's looking at me. I don't want to stab it in the back. and I just go right up the chin through the mouth and like pop an eye or something. And,
Oh, nice. Eye guts get on you.
yeah.
You're like, not again.
Finally, I did something. I contributed.
Yes, but you've ruined yet another outfit.
Klaus seems to be very handy with the clothes, the textiles, so we'll be alright.
And that wraps it up. So as you look into the crowd, you see Otua like casting like glimmer dust on some of the bugs and making sure people are getting out. Okay, everybody seems to get out safely. The teachers and other initiates are wrapping up the bugs, and you notice the flash bugs, the ones that flash, by the way, they are still bright light coming out of their abdomens.
Oh yeah, I plan on taking that and using it for my own attacks or experiments.
Or paint.
Like,
Night light.
carve that thing out. Yeah.
And that wraps up the battle, though. Yeah, so you guys wrap up here, and the battle starts to simmer down too. They've taken care of the insects in the hall. Otua says, "Everyone outside! Everyone outside! Everyone outside! Let's move outside in case more come in."
Otua says that?
Students. Yes, Otua.
Otua is now the professor.
Honestly, I'd be okay with that.
I've graduated now.
We know.
Listen to everything I say.
Otua flips a gold coin and says, "Get out." Professor Ott asks everyone to get out.
Oh yeah, Zoe's hustling
Issue.
after Gordy and his kid.
Gotcha.
I grab my mask out of the corpse of one of the caterpillars and take it with me.
Yank it out and walk outside. Everybody's talking, everybody's getting together, and Otua stands up on a little mound. He says, "Okay, everyone."
Otter Otua.
Also, I don't know why.
Otua's the hero of this episode. He's just he's feeling it.
Yeah.
He's just taking charge.
Even like on the way out, Klaus will be like, "Otua, that was very impressive. Good going."
Thank you. I had to step up one battle.
Oh, every battle you step up. This one you just step 2 times up.
Well, Professor, Teacher, Ott, not Otua. He gets up on a mountain and he says, listen, everyone, listen. This is very grave information, grave situation to have. We weren't expecting this. Not sure what happened. Listen, the initiates, attendants. Why don't you guys have expended a lot of your resources. Some of you, I think, have leveled up. So why don't you go sleep for the night? We will put watches out, and the teachers, we will come in here and clean this up. We will get some higher level people to make sure we close up these tunnels, and we will do some investigation. Please meet us here in the morning as soon as you wake up. Well, I think this is going to be all hands on. We're going to have to figure out what's happening here and shut the problems down. So go rest if you can, level up because you're all level 3.
Yeah.
And we'll see you in the morning, and we'll see you next week.
Woo!
Yes.
Can't wait for level 3. This is gonna be fun.
Everybody's level 3.
And level
You're
3.
level 3. You're level 3. You're level 3.
I get a level 3?
Yes, level 3 up. All right, y'all. Have a good week. I will chat you on the flip side.
Bye, y'all.
Is that a common saying among
But
the
it's,
youths?
It's among the olds.
The old. The elderly.